Next up, we have Shuriken by Panda Eyes and FYER featured in Geometry Dash is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, nothing like that. No rat behavior. Go share the videos with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts, by the way. Go bring people to the community. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we got a group on the Discord that does. Link down below. Go check it out. Bring me more artists to collaborate with. Do not spam anyone. Do not harass anyone. Do not be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier that you're in, you get access to the videos when I schedule them on Saturdays, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. Disclaimers showing on your screen, so go ahead and pause if you want to read the whole thing. Other than that, let's go ahead and let's do this. Shuriken, let's go. Okay, so we start with an orchestral arrangement. We start with a chord being held by what sounds to be the violas and the cellos, maybe the double basses as well. Then we bring in the violins, giving us our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. Then we have a bit of a call and response once the violins are done doing this motif, which the motif is on arpeggio, by the way. Arpeggios being when you play a chord one note at a time. Then once those arpeggios are done, we have a call and response with the chorus. We have a human chorus, just a bunch of people singing. And whenever the violins stop, the chorus starts, chorus stops, violin starts, call, response, back and forth, musical conversation. That is what call and response is. We have some percussion in the background as well. And to close the loop, it seems we have a quick crescendo with the brass instruments being trumpets, trombones, tubas, maybe French horns as well. Crescendo, of course, being when you gradually increase the velocity of playing. There is a very big difference between volume and velocity. Volume is in post-production. It is you turn up the knob, you turn down the knob to do that kind of thing. Otherwise, velocity is how fast or how strong or how quiet you play an instrument. So playing, for example, playing a violin quietly is very different than playing a violin at low volume. Very, very different. There's overlap, of course, but then there's that. All right, Valerie, so thank you for hanging out. So we have this kind of stuff, and we are having the crescendo, which is in change in velocity. We go from quiet to loud. Of course, we're talking about brass instruments, trumpets, trombones, tubas, which their setting is not from quiet to loud. It is from loud to extremely loud. These instruments can very easily overpower an entire orchestra. So, yes, it was one of the Strauss that once said, do not look at the trombones, you will only encourage them. So, yes, Dark Zone, welcome today, how you doing? So let's see where this goes. A quick glissando from the... Oh, I like that. So we had a quick glissando from the flute. Glissando being another technique that you can use. Glissando. By the way, I forgot, crescendo is going louder, and the opposite being either diminuendo or a decrescendo. Depending on which school of philosophy you have. Mostly it's diminuendo, the accepted term, otherwise decrescendo being the opposite of crescendo. And now we have a glissando. Glissando being a slide. The instrument that you will most commonly see a glissando on is going to be a harp. The harp being this very, very beautiful, beautiful instrument over here. You can see all the strings, and doing a glissando is very easy. The strings are over here, you put your finger through, and you just let rip with your finger, and that's it. That is the easiest instrument to do a glissando with. After that, the flute. It's not easy to do a glissando with a flute, but it's very popular to do it. And we had this really cool two-part glissando, the flute going upwards, then the trombone going downwards. And usually these glissandos are used as adornment or as transitionary. So it's really, really cool. So let's see. Need some when the submissions. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hyperdrive, thank you for providing. Yeah, just read what the bot said. Anyway, let's see where this goes. I was not expecting that. So we bring in a metal track to this. We bring in a guitar playing what is called a guitar riff. Riff being a variation of a motif, more accessible to the contemporary artist. Riff being composed of a motif, which then has an ostinato. Ostinato means that you repeat something over and over, and then it being played on one of the contemporary instruments. It can be a guitar, it can be a bass, it can be a keyboard, whatever it is, right? So we have the guitar coming in, doing their riff, while side-chaining the music that seems to be a continuation of what we had before. It could be a repetition, not entirely sure. Basically, side-chaining, whenever the drums hit, everything else gets muted. And in this case, we are leaving the guitar in the forefront. That one is not being side-chained. And we're allowing this two worlds colliding scenario. Really cool. Let's see where it goes. And we have a guitar solo on top. Hell yeah. Or a guitar melody. Oh, it's really good. Okay, so now we have the motif. We have a variation of the motif. It's now not as fastly repeated as it was before, so it's a slightly elongated version of a motif. So one way that you can develop a motif is via elongation. Elongation means to slow it down. The violins were playing the arpeggios very, very fast. These ones are not, and it seems that we might have compressed the shape of the motif a little bit, so instead of it being a massive arpeggio, now it is a scale, and of course we introduced the motif as if it was a guitar solo. When you're making music, you want to keep a very careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much repetition, too much familiarity, too much of the same thing over and over, you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. So, the universal exception is solos. You bring in a solo of any instrument, you can get away with pretty much anything you want. And in this case, we have brought in a guitar solo to do that. We have now brought in the new version of the motif. We have introduced it as this really badass guitar solo. So now we're taking advantage of the exception to create the new version of the motif. Really cool. And now we have moved on. We have toned down the intensity a little bit. We have brought in a synth that is playing that motif. Let's see where it goes. We're now doing a build-up now. Okay. We are now doing, I think, an inversion of them. I mean, it's kind of like a mini guitar solo, but I think it's an inversion of the motif. Inversion being another way that that you can develop your material. Basically, we had this kind of shape. Inversion just means you take that and you flip it upside down. And that's what you get. That's what we got over here. Really cool. Really cool. Let's see where it goes. And we're continuing the build up over here. And we bring in our first proper drop. We are doing variations of our motif. yeah, variations of the motif, similar to the melodies. We are taking what sounded like the guitar solo, part of the guitar solos. We have put it through a synth to give it an even more crunchy, not crunchy, like whoop whoop sound. We are now engaging in the side chaining, and we are just allowing this to go full dubstep. Another exception to the familiar versus new is dropping the beat. You can get away with anything you want as long as it sounds cool, and oh my god, does this sound cool. And we are engaging in call and response on top of this. We have one melodic we have one part, the first part of the drop being melodic, the second half being part being rhythmic. So we're having the melodic call, rhythmic response. Really, really cool way of doing a little bit more meta kind of stuff. This is really good. Let's see where it goes. Variation of the motif. We include the guitars in the rhythmic response. We bring another build-up. Nick, welcome today. It's not. Straight into the next build-up. Nice. And okay, so for this new drop, we have this new rhythm that is a variation, I think, of one of the rhythms that we did before. And in the back, we have a synth doing the up and down arpeggios that the violins were doing before, just one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, still giving us those familiar shapes while we are introducing this new material. This is a good way of introducing new material. You still give something that sounds familiar, but you're doing it new. This is, wow, let's see where it goes. Bring the guitars back in. That's such a good mix of... Alright. Dogs, welcome today. How you doing? And no worries. It seems that Europe has left the... or at least where I am, the time thing, like the daylight savings happened, because I started at the same time as usual for me. I started the streams at 6 p.m. and yeah, a lot of people weren't here because I think, yeah, it looks like either Hungary or some parts of Central Europe. I don't know, but it seems like the schedule has moved for us, but not the rest of the world. So don't feel bad about it. There it goes. We bring back the chorus. We bring back the riff. What time zone am I in? I'm in Central Europe. I live in Hungary, so yeah. We bring back those guitars, hell yeah! Which, by the way, the guitars are doing what we call twin guitars, which is just a harmonized melody. So when it comes to wrong button. When it comes to your melodies, there's something called counterpoint. Counterpoint is the melodies. It's melodies, how they develop, how they interact. Usually what happens when you pit two of them against one another. Counterpoint is usually measured in motion. There's a couple of other measures that you can take for counterpoint, but motion is one of the bigger ones. And there are three main types of motion: contrary, similar, and parallel. Parallel being what we would call a harmonization or a harmonized melody, which in guitar terms we just call a twin guitars. So what is this, right? So the concept of contrary motion means you have two melodies from two different points in the scale going in different directions. Similar motion, they are both going mostly in the same direction, but they are not really doing the same thing. And then you have parallel motion, which is they're from two separate points in the scale. They're doing the exact same thing as each other. So parallel motion is what we would call harmonization, a harmonized melody, or in more casual terms, a twin guitars. And that is what we've been doing with the guitars over here, so that we get an extra layer of the melodies that we've been doing. It's a really, really good way to develop material with guitars. So let's see, how long are you going to stream? We still got another 3 hours, I think. Yeah, another 3 hours. It's a full stream today. So yeah, let's see where it goes. Ooh. And we switch over to the orchestral and the chorus. No violins right now. We're doing the same thing we've done before, just without the strings. Switching to guitar solo. I love what the guitar is doing over here. I love this one. So, electric guitars can have something called a tremolo. In many cases, the one I use is called a Floyd Rose, right? So if we bring in, let's see, let me bring you the model of a Dean MAB 4, so that you can see what I'm talking about, right? So the let me set the map 1 because maybe that design is a little bit simpler. I just need to show the Floyd Rose. So here is a guitar with a Floyd Rose. When you have a guitar, you have the bridge, and then you have the lower bridge, which is you have an upper bridge, lower bridge, and this is called a Floyd Rose. Floyd Rose, spelled Floyd Rose, which is a type of whammy, which then you can take the whammy bar over here, and you can use it to bend the notes, make them sound. You can loosen the strings to make the sound go down, or you can tighten the string to make them sound up. There is one type you can do where you basically tap the Floyd Rose and make the springs do a very quick boing, and it gets and it shows on the melody. It's a really, really cool thing, and it's exactly what happened here. Let me play it again. That little bit that made the guitar sound like it was rolling its R's. It's that. I don't know what this technique is called, but yes. The request going to stay close for today? No, we're still going to do a couple more. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Let me see. So yeah, there we go. We take that for the build-up, and... Ooh. New drop, very nice. Brief moment of call from the chorus and response. Really good. Holy shit. This is really good. I like how the melody in the dubstep section of this is doing this supposed with streaming. It's called scheduling videos. Yes. So when you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You are building tension, or you're resolving that tension. Point in between, we call a cadence. And in this case, I like how when we are looping, when we're about to end the loop, the whoop whoop goes upward, as if it was going for the cadence. I like that. Let's see where it goes. Song is almost done. Twin guitars, giving us a variation of the motif. Man. We're just checking my fan. We bring in some of the Bast stuff. Oh, very cool variation there. We bring back these, and one last hit of the guitars. We end on the high note. We let those synths play out. We let everything echo out. And there you go. Man, that was really fun. There you have it. That was Shuriken by Panda Eyes and FYER. Featured in Geometry Dash is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. That was really good. So if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn notifications, become a member. Once again, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever you want. I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. If y'all have any other ideas of what we could do if we meet this challenge, I'm all ears. Let me know in the comments what we could do. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, nothing like that. No rat behavior. Go share the videos with your friends, with their families, with their families' friends, with your friends' families. Those are two distinct concepts. The streams as well. Bring people to the community, that kind of thing. Use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have a group on the Discord that does, so go check it out. Link down below. Go check them. And bring me more artists to collaborate with, to do all the things. Do not spam anyone. Do not harass anyone. No rat behavior. Hey, Arctic, thank you for the sub. I'll address it in a moment. If you want If you're a member, you get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier, you get access to the videos on Saturdays when I schedule them, so become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the pinned comment in this video. It has the instructions. Basically, you just have to go to the Discord and do the things, but pinned in the message, pinned comment in the video has the instructions. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in the Discord and the Twitch, both linked down below. So if you live in Wichita, Kansas, and you're like, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Just go to the Discord or the Twitch, and they both show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the video game after shows when they happen. We record them in the main channel, and then the recordings go on the gaming channel. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just hold the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Shuriken, Panda Eyes, FYER. Really, really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.